Welcome back, everyone. So, with the start of this video here, I am just going to preface this. This was technically supposed to be a dual live commentary with the one and only Grim Job here. Uh, Unfortunately, being a novice, as I am, the audio was cooked. Completely and utterly cooked. So, I do apologize, Grim. We will certainly have to run this again and get another live com up. I'll link Grimm's video along with True Mortal, who is hosting this match for us, down in the description. So if you do want to hear the actual live commentary, definitely go check out Grimm's video on it. His is fine. Mine is not. Yeah, we messed around with the settings too before we actually started, and I thought I had it pretty good, but unfortunately, Grim comes through twice in the recording, and you can barely hear me. I tried to mess around with it. I swear, Grim, but it was just cooked. It was just terrible. I don't have any problem, obviously, listening to the sexy voice twice, but I don't know if everyone wants that much sexiness in one video. But we'll jump on in. So this is going to be obviously a post recording. You may hear some of the live com here and there. It is still there, but just very muted in comparison, which does suck. But we are playing on Olshanka, a map that I know a lot of people like. A lot of the competitive guys like. I do not. I hate the way this map is set up, and all the wooded areas actually are really atrocious to play with because of the vehicle play. So I am not a fan of this map, but we are rolling with it. Grim and I are playing as the Germans. I'm playing as the all-around West. He is playing as the offensive doctrine. We are trying to coordinate as best as possible here. So that was the kind of whole premise. I don't do a lot of videos where I am actually in a voice chat talking with someone else, but this was one of them. So we were trying to kind of showcase how, two higher level players play and, how we coordinate buys and everything like that. So it is truly unfortunate that we did not get this one up and work in the way I wanted it to. But it's not all lost. Like I said, Grim has a video up on his channel, so definitely check it out if you want kind of the true video as it stands. But typical as always, we've got a all-around West kind of rush here, just spamming the the Grenadier squads, not Panzer Grenadiers, this doctrine. We are playing against an American and a Soviet player. Grim has a hard push going on the right already. And with our Grenadiers, we're just kind of funneling into the center and then kind of onto this south side. I want to try to push as far out to the church area when I'm able to, but for now, I'm just trying to secure the center. The earlier you can get the center and the kind of the initial points, the better. Because this is, again, pre-beta, because I have no idea when that's dropping. This is a long-ass beta for these updates. But our rifle grenadiers are doing some decent work. The American player does have some shotguns laying down in the center, which is a really good strategy. As we get close, you can just see this shotgunner going off and decimating our guys, but he does eventually go down. Those shotguns are super OP, though. The range on them is crazy. They definitely need to be nerfed. But we've pretty much been able to push them out of the center. And we're going to kind of utilize as many of these extra guys as we can. You can see we've got 4 rifle grens in the center now. So we've got plenty of grenades. There is a T-70, an early T-70 from the Soviet player. So I do try to rush up this rifle gren to see if we can get a nade on it. Oh, there's also an M20 from the American player here. Just short, damn. But the T-70 and M20 combo is actually kind of bad for them because it means their infantry is very much not on par with ours. The Soviet player probably needs to be spamming the cheaper infantry squads because the US player won't be able to kind of keep up with the infantry, or the same amount at the very least as we are. We will get a Sturmgren squad out onto the left, so we are going to start pushing that way. And Grim did get a 251 half track that he's offloading guys towards the center as well, but we really don't need the help. We've been able to kind of take this on our own with a couple of Grim's guys as well. But the next spawn does go out onto the right, so we're going to take a couple of those Sturmgrens and send it out. And we do get our first DP buy, which is the 251 by 17 2-centimeter half track. As always with this doctrine, it's a typical meta play, I would say. You rush as many of those as possible because of the quote-unquote free elites in the back, and you kind of supplement your infantry. So I can use this 2-centimeter with the guys it comes with, and then kind of bank points to get a Panzer III to technically go up against the T-70 and any other DP buys that the Allies get here. With Grim's fantastic positioning, he's already got guys into this far point, although they are here as well. I do start unloading a couple of the guys early. We're going to run them in, and then we're going to bum rush the 2-centimeter up further. And we'll continue to unload as we go. Get a couple of these guys in to help reinforce Grim, and then we're going to go up against this M20. 2-centimeters should be able to take this out effectively. There's some intervening terrain we got to be wary of. Those logs we can't shoot through. But we do pull up enough while he's crew stunned to take him out. So M20 is down.
Nice.
And we're going to continue working in. We're going to rotate the 2-centimeter back around. And then we got to spend some time microing over here on the far side, because I did see someone is out this way. It looks like it's a Soviet player. So the Soviet player has moved some conscripts way out onto this flank, some cheap, easy to deal with infantry, but not much to worry about. But I am nervous. I don't want him getting all the way behind the lines and able to kind of sneak in to our back line. So I'm going to focus some guys out that way to make sure that we do take it. And I'm able to get the Panzer III-M, so we will grab that now. And it looks like he did actually have a couple guys all the way in the back, so we do take him out. And maybe just one or two others laying in these bushes. Thankfully, though, those Sturmgrens are fantastic. We've been able to wipe them out with the STGs. The T-70 is now rotating over onto the left. So I'm going to switch where the Panzer III is going, and we're going to bring that over that way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. I heard some of the comms. Briefly. So devastated. I really thought I had it good to go. So, damn, what a loss. It was so cooked though. I tried everything I could. Extracted the audio, tried to piecemeal it together. Yeah, it just didn't work out. But we are direct controlling the Panzer III because I want to get this up to that T-70 as quickly as we can. See if we can catch him out on the side here as he's not paying attention. Looks like he's trying to micro this infantry up. We are hitting all the terrain as we're driving through here. And it looks like he does not have vision on us, so we are going to get a nice shot. Ooh. Typical. We missed the first one, though. Second one does track him. We're also moving the 2-centimeter around, but we are going to bring it back now. And we are technically CP capped, so we can't get another one yet. So I'm going to throw a couple guys up to potentially die here and reopen that CP so we can get a second 2-centimeter as soon as possible. Grim was able to grab that right point with our assistance. I hear something in the distance. Sounds like a KV, so I do call that out to Grim. I do grab a second 2 centimeter. We're going to bring it out over to the left to get more infantry out this way. And we're going to back off the Panzer III, see if we can get that out of the way as quickly as possible. We are rotating the other 2 centimeter around this way to assist Grim. And at this point, Grim does tell me if, I need help with the micro. He's more than happy to take one. And he'll micro it. So I do pass that over to him. So he does get the initial 2 centimeter. We have the other one, which is fantastic teamwork. So now Grim's going to have a 2 centimeter since he hasn't called in anything from his DP yet. With the offensive doctrine, he is saving for tier 2, tier 3. And he will at least have a 2 centimeter half track, which he can use to deal with some of those light vehicles. Looks like the American player is just kind of spamming M20s, and then he has the M8 Scott as well. But the Soviet player is once again pushing this way with some guards. We do kind of catch him in the move. KV's sitting back. M8 is over by their home point. The next spawn did come up over by their home point as well. This is one of the things about this map that I don't like, is how close the spawns are to the home points. If they were a little more proactive with securing that side of the map, if we were not there, we would have we'd have no chance. There'd be no chance for us to really push it. So, and it's the same on our side of the map as well, because the spawn points can spawn very close. So, yeah, I don't really like this map, like I said. All the wooded areas, that heavy ground, rough ground, kind of really impedes vehicle movement more than I kind of like. So I just don't think this map is really that worthwhile, in my opinion. But I am moving the Panzer III over to help Grim out. While the KV's on this side, I can just kind of ignore it. There's nothing going on over here other than the Soviet player just trying to kind of push it. So we're going to bring the Panzer III over, try to deal with the M20s and the M8 if we can. And we'll just make sure that we've got guys kind of as far on this left side as possible, because I knew he was pushing up. And we are rushing up an AT detachment, but you can see him from the church, so they'll probably die. And we'll just make sure we're dug in with the MG in the back. Grim is doing a fantastic job on the side to contest. We'll do a little direct control micro because we need some flank shots. With the STG here to get one at least. And that one guy opened it back up. Although Grim may have put someone else in the point as well. But brought it back up to a 10 cap on our favor. It's got a half track. Unloading guys. And I want to see if I can maybe go for this M8. Can pen through, we do get a nice shot on it. The M8 takes out a couple Soviet guys. Looks like we may have tracked it, I believe, there. One of those shots, I believe, tracked it. He's not running now. Still hitting him. I see the bazooka off to my right. Ah, we get him, but he does cook us, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
So he does take us out. Really unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. We're going to get some more Sturmgrens because that did open up more CP for us now, because we were technically CP locked there. So, in a way, losing the Panzer III, not the end of the world. It allowed us to technically get that point because the M8 had to play back. And now we're not CP locked and can buy more goodies as needed. So Grim is pinging something off in the distance, potentially another vehicle. American player is rolling up. M20 and half track there. He's smoking out, so I'm waiting for the smoke to kind of give me a little more cover. Just dodge that nade. I'm going to see if I can get up to this M20 with the 2 centimeter also hitting it. This is suicide run, though. Oh, my God, so many of them. All right, never mind. We tried. Something a little sneaky there. Looks like Grimm's 2 centimeter did take that out though. And the KV is just kind of sitting here shelling these guys behind the hill in the cover. So not the best use of this KV, I'd say. Probably need it over on the left, on their right, our right, their left, technically. What they really should do is focus on pushing us off their side of the map, because the roads obviously kind of split the map in half. So if they had pushed us off that side, then they could kind of secure some of these points, because like as you can see, the next one spawns pretty much right outside our home point, and we're already there because they're not pushing it, and they have to focus so much on their home point with tier 2. So yeah, not the best situation for them, but again, I think part of this is the map.
I'm gonna wait until I see what they do.
As the cons come through barely. It's a cooked audio. I'm sorry, guys. It's cooked. I tried. We are at tier 2 though. We got plenty of DP. I'm not buying anything yet. Do see a 76 rollout. So I'm considering which of the tank destroyers I kind of want here. I was considering a stew even. 76 is over on that side supporting as well. And there's another M20. It's a lot of MP going into light vehicles and heavy vehicles between the two players right now. Instead of infantry. We're going to pull up a MARDER III. It is a glass cannon, but it does have the best pen for its max range out of the 3. Including the Panzer IV, technically, so 4 vehicles that we can get right now. So I do like going with the Martyr. With tier 2, Grim did go with the Storm Artillery unit. You can see it based on the minimap right now. So he's got a Stug and a half-track full of, I believe they're Begleitgrenadiers. Begleitgrenadiers. I definitely mispronounced that. But we do lose our 2 centimeter here. Getting a little too close to that 76. I was trying to prevent them from pushing into this point because we almost got it. They did not full kill it though. And I am rushing in a half track full of the Sturmgrens, so our top tier cream of the crop unit. There is an M20 up as well as our half track, and a lot of the guys in it get absolutely obliterated by the 76 field mod. But we do take out one of the M20s on the side at least. We can also repair the 2 centimeters, so we'll start doing that. But we do get that cap point at the very least, which is fantastic. So far we have gotten every single one. They have not gotten a cap point. We're gonna try to move the Martyr over onto the left to see if we can get up on that KV. I want to keep it to a long-range engagement, potentially track it if we can. But I want to get it further left instead of trying to expose myself. It's like Grim is also kind of going for it based on a brief view. I do ping where the 76 was because I don't want him to forget and get side shot by it. But he did get a shot on the KV. You can see here like the issue. I wanted this thing to go further left. And now I'm just trying to roll through, and we're not even really hitting trees, but it's the actual like ground. Oh, we hit a tree there, but it's still just like the ground that is so slow. We could have gone on the road, but I didn't want to risk him seeing us. We do pull up. We're just out of range, so we are going to pull up so we can get a shot. We'll fire once and then get out. A little bit closer. One shot hits. Oh, no way. He's cooking. All right, so the KV is done. So 1 and done. Martyr versus KV. Martyr wins. See, already paid for itself on our end. I would say that KV did not technically pay for itself on their end. Just a little too passive with it over there. The 251, 2 centimeters back up. So we're going to get in it, try to get out of there. I'm trying to see if I can hear where the 76 is or if there's anything else we got to worry about. I do not hear anything. So we should be able to get this 2 centimeter out of there. And we'll also repair the other 251 as well in the meantime. We do have enough for the Panzer IV by 70, which is a fantastic buy in this doctrine if you can save up, which again is why the 2 centimeter with elites come into play, because it does allow you to save up for MP tanks like that at 950 cost without really needing to spend on you know, some heavy infantry. Even with the heavier elites that we bought, we still have 1,000 banked right now. And based on DP, we can still get another 2 centimeter plus at this point. For now, I do have the Marder here, though. So we'll bring over the Panzer IV 7D to support as well. We'll also grab another Grenadier squad and get them out over onto the left. We do have guys already here in this new point, obviously, with the way that we've scattered. We're moving the 2 centimeter over, and we are backing up the Marder into the brush line. T20 is rolling up, and we do just miss it with the Marder. Miss on that shot as well. Marder's missing itself. We're hitting the tree. First person does get a couple shots, and the Marder does finally do something on him. Infantry in the open. Oh, such a nice view. Love that AA sight on that one. And the 76 is still just kind of sitting there. Grim has started pushing their home point, as we can see based on the mini-map. Which is great because it's just putting pressure on the home point. So the American player is really just having to focus on that. I don't even think he's focused on the 76 here. Grim technically sacrificed the original 2 centimeter to keep this guy stationary. He just starts to see, we do bounce our first shot off his side. Grim is thankfully spotting for us, which is wonderful. Second shot hits the side and cooks him off. 76 goes down to the 4x70, so 2 fantastic tank kills here so far by our armor pieces. Clean shots as well, other than that first one on the 76 that bounced. But we've been able to fully clear that left side for the most part of anything heavy. We're going to start working our way up again, trying to get back to the center road. We did cap this point as well. Checking once again to see if I can hear anything, and I do hear something in the distance. So we will ping it for Grim, and we are going to pull in a half track full of elites. STGs coming in yet again, and we're going to join Grim in the assault on their home point, as we do see the M18 going through the woods, which is pathing issues, man. In theory, if it sticks to the road, it would have been up at their point a lot sooner, but we can just see it on the mini-map itself. It's having to rotate and then go around. And it's just slow, man. It's slow. It's not good. I don't like this map. I think what they should do is they should switch the spawn points to be straight south and north. That way you're kind of fighting the different angles instead of like going angle to angle or diagonal to diagonal like this. You kind of go just straight across, and that way there isn't like big forest, as I'm pinging my issue on this side to call it out. Too grim, so I was even complaining about it in the commentary while we were playing Too Grim, that they needed to change this map up a little bit. I think that would be a pretty good change, in my opinion. But we do roll in with the half-track guns ablazing to gun down a couple guys. We're going to bail out the infantry as well. We're going to move this other 251 and the infantry up to the courtyard of that church. And we're going to get a couple of these guys into the point. Help Grim try to cap this thing. There is an IS-2 in front, and the M18 is rolling up as well. And then I was going to come support, but we actually have a Churchill. So the Soviet player, should know by the conscripts, is playing Lend-Lease. American is obviously playing as the offensive. We do engine the Churchill immediately. Because there's also a Valentine coming out because it is a dual buy in that doctrine. But Churchill doesn't stand a chance giving us the side armor against the 4x70. And we're going to bring this thing up to the center to see what we can do against this onslaught of tanks coming down this road. And this is Valentine. We got the M18. Valentine isn't that big of a concern to me. I want the M18 first. And we do get a shot to immediately hull break it because it is a glass cannon as well. I believe that was a Faust 100 goes into the Valentine. Unfortunately, they are stopping the cap here on us. We do take out the turret of the Valentine there with the 4x70. We're going to keep spamming guys into their home point. We want to try to end this if we can. Do get a shot through the building to take out that M20 rolling up. And here comes the big boy. He's going to come for us. We do get first shot, and we do kill 2 of the crew. This crew's stunned. See if we can get the second shot to take him out. Nope, we do bounce. Ah! One taps us, unfortunate. I was hoping we could tank that shot. We do not. 4x70 does go down. Definitely worth it, though. We do have 2 Vet 5 crew, 3 Vet 5 crew technically already, so we are going to pull a couple of those back. For our King Tiger, we are going with the King Tiger in 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes when that comes around. So that will be our DP buy this game for our big unit. And we are going to pull in an arty signaler as well. We're going to try to utilize the signaler to clear off their home point. See if we can push these guys out of there. We want this cap as badly as can be. Would have been great on a dual comm, live comm, but unfortunately no. Soviet player has a couple guys out in this building on the left. So we will flip over to the Martyr and put some HE shots into it. I want to try to clear that as best as we can. And just kind of continue to push these guys back. We're going to try to repair the 4x70. See if they'll let us. Looks like the IS-2 is distracted. I think he took out Grim's Stug at some point. They're pushing hard on that right point, but Grim's got some heavy-duty infantry with cap weight. Already neutralizing that. We're going to bring the arty signaler over that way and see if we can help Grim cap that point. Our infantry is continuing to go for their home point, while Grim is now capping that side. So we've kind of just switched. Initially, Grim had been the one going for this point, or for their home point, while we were capping this left side. Jesus, dyslexic. One of my sides, apparently. But now it's kind of role reversal. He's going heavy for the caps, and we're going for these home points. Valentine is back up. We do rush up a Faust 60 to hull break it, but there is a BA-20 rolling through and just, or BA-6, I think, not 20. BA-6 just wrecking us, rolling through our guys. I do give Grim one of the Vet 5 crew. Sharing is caring with the Tigers coming out. I do believe he is potentially planning on it. He could also go with the Sturm Morser as well, but I want him to have a Vet 5 crew to immediately put in his vehicle to get it up veterancy-wise as well. Quicker we can vet him up, the better it's going to be for us. That's actually a BA-64B. Not 20. Or 6. Later variant. And Grim is doing a fantastic job of fighting for this point. He's got guys everywhere. These nade battles we come up, but we do fire a flare. I'm trying to get it over the building onto that other side. And sorry, Grim, man. We do fall short. So I'm immediately screaming to Grim to get his guys out of the way, and I'm so sorry. Hopefully that doesn't screw it up for us. Fire at Faust into the church. Try to get that guy, but only takes out the top. Does not do enough damage there. Maybe we can still, with this barrage, get some of these guys and clear it out. We take out the ammo crate. Detonate the ammo crate. Churchill is back up. So we are going to move the Martyr over and try to engage it. And tier 3 should be 3 seconds away, 2 seconds away, 1. It is here. And we do have the next spawn point right outside of our home base yet again. We will immediately call in the Panzer IV, what is it, 6? No, 7? I think 7 is the King Tiger. Because Tiger is 5. I think Panther's 6. I think it's 7. But it's the King Tiger regardless by name. Tiger 2. Martyr is going up against the Churchill. There's another BA-64 rolling up. He's just suiciding it to get to the point, but that gives us another free kill. Churchill's coming. We bounce that shot. We're going to get this guy into the Tiger 2 immediately. And we'll get this thing up. It's like the Churchill went down. We may have gunned it. We may have done something. I don't know. Or he just bailed for some reason. We do put another shot into it, though, to do some damage. And they have been able to stabilize their home point. We got another 76 laid from the Soviet player this time around. You know, I don't know what his DP is. We didn't see any Shermans in tier 2. We did see the Churchill Valentine combo. I don't think that's that expensive. I don't even think we saw anything in tier 1 like Stewart. But we immediately put a shot into the back of the first one. Oh, it is actually the duel. I forgot this is the duel. So there are 2 76s out from him. First one is not long for the world. We can put another shot in. So I think just track both. Second one is aiming at us. He does get first shot, but bounces. We need to put one shot in to do some heavy damage on him. We do lose our 2 centimeter here, though. But we are going to move the Martyr up to engage with heat. And I think we're just short there, unfortunately. And then he does one tap us. Totally fine, though. That Martyr lasted way longer than he probably should have. The M20 tanks the shot, and we are unable to pen through it. Next shot does take out that 76. So both 76s are down. So that is the tier 3 buy for the Soviet player right now. Grim's KT is going at him. Taking out light vehicles left, right, and center over by their home point. We're going to call in another half track full of the Sturmgrens. Get that over onto the right to continue our assault. Looks like the Churchill might be back up. It is definitely repaired. They can get in it, but we do track it yet again. Grim is pinging a potential heavy. I think it's probably the IS. I think that Churchill just tanked that shot. 4x70 is back up. I'm not gonna jump in just yet. I'm gonna get a couple guys. I'm gonna try to smoke out around it first.
Just get some vision.
So I'm worried about that IS immediately firing at us. And we're gonna clear off that 76 to immediately cook it. All right, we got a couple smokes down. We'll get these guys into the 4x70 now. Our half track did go down to the M8 or M18 actually. Lose a couple guys there. Looks like most of them are able to get out at the very least. We're gonna smoke out around there. We're going to try to get the signaler up. Churchill was up. Another shot into it. Do some damage. 4x70. We try to get a shot onto the BA-64 through the barn. Second shot does it. Now I'm very wary of the heavies. So I'd assume there is a Pershing. And I know there's an IS-2 as well. See if we can get a flare down so that we can start our push up. Gonna just get the vision. He's repairing that Valentine as well. So we do get the flare off. We're gonna go prone over here. Do see something rolling this way. Ooh, M18 cooks the 4x70. So unfortunately, while we're busy there, 4x70 does go down to a flank. Good play from the American player. But the next spawn is right outside their home point. We're there because we were posted up anyway. So, like, these spawns suck. So bad. They gotta change this map. I really don't like playing this map. Even though we're doing so well, it's just not. I just don't like the way it's oriented and where things spawn. We do call in an officer, though. We're going to try to spot kind of far out there. We'd smoked out in between the 2 points. So we're going to start our push on their home point yet again. Grim is also making a heavy push. So the coordination is on point here. And we should easily be able to cap that point. We've started a push over onto the left, although most of our guys are kind of dead over there, dead and dying. So I'm really not worried about it. We have the Tiger II here, so there really isn't much they can kind of do. I think the Soviet player just bought a bike to get more repair kits for that Churchill. I don't know if the Churchill with the 6-pounder is really worth it at this point. I'd probably just let it die. They probably need more infantry, considering we're just bum rushing their home point. And Grim has such a good... Looking at the mini-map, like, look at Grim's line over to the right. You can't... I'm not looking at it right now, but Grim has such a deep line on this right side. And we're so heavy into their point. I've got 1,200 saved up almost. Yeah. I'm considering getting a Panther. Which is, believe it or not, my favorite tank. Top 3. Definitely, definitely my favorite aesthetically. We do get another shot into their home point, and that's the whole reason we have the signaler now, is to just kind of keep detonating their infantry as they rush in and try to keep them out of the point so we can keep increasing our kind of cap and keeping this cap alive. We were going to move up our Tiger II to help assist, but there is a bunch of infantry on this left side. We will pull in the Panther, though, and we're going to send it over onto the right to help Grim out. And we'll get another Grenadier squad over onto the left. Looks like we have vision on the M18 coming at us, and we have HE loaded, unfortunately, because of that infantry. We did not prevent the switch for the AI. Would have been another vehicle kill, but the M18 does back away. Grim was going up again. I think the IS there. Fire through the roof, not enough to do it. Ammo truck over there. We're gonna bring this Panther over onto the right. We are about halfway through the cap, though. Currently, Grim's even brought his command half-track in, although that goes down to the IS-2 sitting in the back. Bit too passive at the moment, because we're just capping. We rush the M18, which is usual. He's backing his ass off. I'm going to try, but if we lose vision, it's probably not worth it. Ah, we just lost vision. Try a shot where I thought I last saw him, but nope. Nothing. So we're going to back our ass up. Panther is here, though. And we're about 3/4 of the way to capping. Ooh. He's going to do another flare, but we got an Andrusha coming in now. So the Soviet player did get the Andrusha eventually. he's going for a juicy target. He almost killed our officer as well. But he was short on the KT, and he really needed that on the home point probably, because one barrage would have cleared out where all of our infantry is. So that's kind of unfortunate. That would have extended the game here by a little bit, as we do get another flare in. Immediately switch over to the Panther as I saw the Super Persian coming down the road, but we are just slightly too late. We are turreted. We do have 2 guys left, so I'm going to just try to go for a side shot on this IS, maybe. We can get something here. No. We hit the M20. We're going to move up the KT, but we are at cap, as you can see briefly there. If I can get that shot. So that will do it, as Creeper calls GG. One more shot, maybe. Line it up. Ah, nope. GG's. A well-played game. Dominant victory by us. I don't think they capped a single point there. As the KT bounces the IS. 15 vehicle kills. Absolutely insane vehicle kill game from us. But thank you guys for watching. We'll have to do this again when my recording isn't cooked. We will see you on the next one.